Give me the book of Revelation.
Go ahead.
To give repentance to Israel.
To Israel.
To Israel.
To Israel.
To Israel.
To Israel.
And forgiveness of sin.
To who? To Israel. To the nation of Israel. All right?
And that's who we are.
All this. Guy taking pictures don't even ask, man.
Yeah. Take a picture of that.
If he would ask, he could get all the pictures. Yeah, take a picture of that. 3D. Take a picture of that. Hold that. Put that down. Hold that. Take a picture of that. You like taking pictures? Take a picture of that. Go ahead.
Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
Go ahead.
Ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded world without end.
Read again.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded.
The key word was Israel. They're going to be saved. Read again.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
That's how the book of Isaiah, the Old Testament, and he just read this pretty much the same thing in the New Testament, in the book of Acts. Go ahead.
But Israel shall be saved in the Lord.
But Israel, the nation of Israel, shall be saved in the Lord. Go ahead.
With an everlasting salvation.
With an everlasting salvation. What does the word everlasting salvation mean? That means our kingdom is, there's not going to be no end to our kingdom. Go ahead.
Ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded.
Go ahead.
World without end.
World without end, meaning this our world is not going to end. See, the white man's world is going to end.
Yep, it's coming to an end.
The white man's in the end of his world right now. All right. Now let me say this, shifting gears again, and I'm sure this is going to get this brother's juices flowing. All right. Now, I was watching. Was it Good Morning America? One of them shows comes on Channel 7 at around 7 o'clock and 8 in the morning. There's a guy on there named Charles Gibson. All right? Now, Charles Gibson, I don't know if you ever seen this guy. He's on that show, Good Morning America or whatever, on Channel 7. Right, Charles Gibson. He had on that show a couple. They wasn't married, they were a couple. And they were speaking about them. The reason why they were guests on that show, because they received chips in their skin. And I think it was in their hands. Now this is what they said. They said this is the benefit of us getting these chips in our hands. We don't need no keys to get in our house. All you have to do is our house has an electronic lock on it, where when you put your hand there, the door opens. If anyone else was to put their hand there, the door won't open. If the girl does it, the door opens. If the guy does it, the door opens, right? And there were certain other things, like if you got into your car, they need a key for the car. All they had to do is put that hand with the chip in it, and they can open up the car, the computer in the car would read the chip inside the hand. So the door would open, plop. They would go in there, put the hand to the ignition without putting the key in it, and the car would start. And he could do the same thing. So Charlie Gibson made a statement. He said, well, what if y'all break up? So they said, well, that's no problem because, well, we're not going to break up. But we can change the numbers in our code. So if we do break up and I don't want him to go in my house or whatever, I can change the whole code and he can get a different code. So this is what Charles Gibson said. He said that's a beautiful thing. He said maybe, this is what he said, maybe one day we might be fortunate, all of us, to get this chip. And he said that if that happens, this would surely be a brave new world. All right?
I got something for you.
Okay, go ahead. This is now, the reason why I kept mentioning Charlie Gibson, because I got a quote that he made, a New World statement years ago. And I'm going to read it to you. So, the way they're pushing this New World Order is in an incremental fashion. Because when the World Trade Centers went down, 9/11, September 11, 2001, there was a certain date. It couldn't happen a day before, a day after. It had to happen on 9/11 because that's a spiritual number. That was during the time of Bush, George W. Bush, which he's still the president today. That was about 8 months after he became president. That's when that whole big thing happened, right? Now, exactly to the day, his father made a statement in front of the Senate, the House of Representatives, and the Senate, and he made the statement, New World Order, and he made the statement on the date of 9/11/91, exactly 10 years to the day of the World Trade Center going down. Even Clinton made a statement of a New World Order. Hitler made a statement of a New World Order. He kept speaking about a New World Order. All right, and I'm going to read these statements, not in the scriptures, but I'm going to go into the scriptures, but I'm going to read these statements of these different elites that made statements pertaining to the New World Order. You got something, brother? Go ahead.
This is from the BBC News. It says, radio tag study revealed at Tibet by Mark Ward. It says, you might never lose another sock once radio frequency ID or RFID tags are used everywhere. Google's chief...
Hold up, read that from the top again. Okay. It's talking about, the tag is talking about the chip. All right? Now, do we know if this is going to actually happen? Yeah, it's already happened. A couple of years ago, they did it with dogs and cats. And they did it under the guise of your dog and your cat should get the chip in their neck. So if the dog run away or somebody kidnapped the dog, we can track the dog down. But now check this out. They had a big dog show over here in New York or whatever about a month ago, and they had this greyhound or whatever, a whippet, that got lost going to Newark Airport. Before they put the dog on the plane, the dog escaped and ran. They can't find the dog. Now, if this guy had this dog in a dog show, and this is like a top breed dog, wouldn't you think they would put a chip in the dog's neck? They put a chip in order for you to be in the dog shows, Westminster dog shows, part of the application is the dog has to have a chip in his neck. So that dog that ran away had a chip. Did they find the dog? They can't find the dog. That's all bullshit. But they started with dogs and cats. Then they're going to go with, there's little kids. Don't you know there's little white kids and some stupid nigga woman has got pilot programs and allowed their kids to get chips in them. And eventually this is set up to do what? To keep a track of you, but ultimately it's a spiritual meaning or reason why this is happening. And that's in the book of Revelation. Let's go to that. Okay, name it and read it.
Revelation 13 and 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of...
Hold on, and the what? And deceiveth them that dwell... What does the word deceive mean? Pull the wool over your eye, right? To lie to you. Not to tell you straight open, take this different girl. This is about Satan. All y'all love Satan, right? No, he ain't going to bring it to you like that. Read it again.
And deceiveth them.
And deceiveth them. Read a verse up.
Okay. And he doeth great wonders. So that he... Start 11.
Start the first verse.
Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea.
This is John the Revelator. Go ahead, one of the disciples or the apostles of the Lord. Go ahead.
And saw a beast rise out of the sea.
Come on, y'all guys, come on. Y'all got to
The beast sign.
Y'all brothers are sleeping, man. Wake up. Wake up. Go ahead.
And saw a beast rise up out of the sea.
Right, that's the beast. That's the beast. All right? That's the beast. And we just broke down what the beast is. The beast is NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, which America is a part of that. America is a part of the beast, but America is separate from the beast because America is considered that great war that sits upon the scarlet-colored beast. But that great war is also a part of the beast, which is NATO. 2,000 years ago, about 2,000 years ago, the beast was back there. It was known as a dragon, but that was the Roman Empire, which is NATO all over again.